They thought they could just walk into the arena and coast on reputation. They thought this expansion franchise would offer an easy night on the schedule, a chance to pad their stats and get a comfortable win on the road. But right from the opening tip, the Golden State Valkyries sent a clear, undeniable message to the rest of the league. What happened on the floor was not just a dominant basketball game, it was a total demolition of a franchise that completely underestimated what they were walking into. And the wildest part, this goes way deeper than anyone realizes. While the headlines are going to focus on the blowout score and the dazzling offensive highlights, the real story is about a culture shifting in real time. We are witnessing the birth of a powerhouse that is rewriting the rules of how an expansion team is supposed to perform in their very first season. The established names in the league are officially on notice because the blueprint has completely changed. To understand how this absolute beatdown unfolded, you have to look at the relentless pace set right from the opening whistle. Gabby Williams set the tone immediately, slicing down the lane for a beautiful scoop shot to open the scoring. The Connecticut Sun looked completely shell-shocked by the ball pressure and the deafening crowd energy. Before the Sun could even register what hit them, Williams stepped back and drained a pristine triple, followed shortly by another corner three that pushed her personal tally to 10 quick points in the opening frame. The Connecticut offense was in a state of absolute paralysis, struggling to find a single field goal nearly 3 minutes into the contest. While Jasmine Ledger-Walker finally broke the drought with a three-pointer, it did nothing to slow down the Golden Avalanche. Golden State was protecting the basketball with elite precision, moving it around the perimeter until Williams curled off another screen to bury her third triple of the evening. Remember this detail. It becomes crucial later when we examine how this team managed to completely sustain this energy. And this is where the story takes a turn nobody expected. Usually, when a starting unit builds a massive lead, the bench comes in and the momentum stalls out. Instead, the Valkyries unleashed absolute chaos from their second unit, led by a relentless scoring barrage from Morrow, who carved out real estate in the paint for 7 quick bench points. Connecticut was forced into desperate safety valve possessions, executing ugly looks off the backside of the backboard as the shot clock wound down. Every single time the Sun tried to mount a tiny run, the Valkyries had a devastating answer waiting for them. Camila Cardozo split a pair of defenders, stepped back, and launched a deep three that knocked the wind right out of the defense. Then Kaya Stokes found Tina Charles, who caught and released a quick jumper that seemed to defy gravity. By the time the first half dust settled, the Valkyries had extended their lead to a staggering 14 points, leaving the opposition searching for answers that simply did not exist. Now here's the part that should make you angry if you are a fan of traditional league hierarchy. The established elites keep preaching that expansion teams need to pay their dues, look for moral victories, and wait their turn at the bottom of the standings. But Golden State completely demolished that narrative by turning this game into an analytical clinic. It was an 18-6 run that blew the game wide open, fueled by a relentless defense that turned 15 Connecticut turnovers into immediate transition points. Tiffany Hayes showcased veteran brilliance, knifing through multiple defenders for easy finishes at the cup, and floating passes with pinpoint delivery. The chemistry between college roommates Ledger-Walker and Pal Pal was on full display as they connected for a seamless transition three. When an expansion team is running beautiful, unimpeded fast breaks against a seasoned roster, it exposes a massive gap in preparation and desire. Golden State did not just win the tactical battle, they completely outworked their opponents in every single hustle category. And this is where it gets personal, because this victory coincided with one of the most highly anticipated moments in the franchise's young history. The crowd inside the arena was already reaching a fever pitch, waiting to see the debut of the #1 overall pick from the 2025 draft, Yuki Che. Think about the immense pressure on a rookie stepping onto the floor with only a single team practice under her belt. Coach Natalie Nakase had publicly stated she wouldn't just throw players out there without a method, making the execution even more critical. The moment Shea stepped onto the hardwood, the atmosphere shifted from great to historic. She did not just blend in, she commanded the floor immediately, finding an open look and drilling a jumper that sent the home crowd into an absolute frenzy. The rookie showcase continued as Caitlin Chen put on her own masterclass, driving through a wall of 3 defenders and hitting a fading contested bucket that defied the odds. The depth on display was terrifying, proving that this roster is built to endure over a long, grueling season. Because here's what this all means going forward for the rest of the league. Golden State did not just secure a victory. They put up a season-high 97 points, with an astronomical 53 of those points coming directly from the bench. That is not just a statistical anomaly, it is proof of a devastatingly deep roster that can hurt you from any position on the floor. While the Connecticut Sun languish at the bottom of the standings with a dismal 1-6 record, the Valkyries have surged to 4 wins, establishing themselves as a legitimate threat. When you look at the post-game reality, the numbers paint an even scarier picture for future opponents. Star player Gabby Williams was dominant enough to check out of the game with 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, earning crucial rest for a heavy home stretch. In her own words, The team took it personally after giving up 90 points to Indiana in their previous outing, making defensive intensity their ultimate priority. They are playing with joy, smiling on the court, and feeding off an electric home court advantage that is quickly becoming the most feared destination in the sport. So you have to ask yourself a serious question after watching a performance like this. Are we looking at a lucky streak from an energetic new franchise? Or have the Golden State Valkyries officially cracked the code to becoming an instant championship contender? With 3 more home games over the next 8 days and a roster that is clearly firing on all cylinders, the era of treating expansion teams like easy wins is officially over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, let me know if you think this team can go all the way, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dive analysis.